everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask the Doc. I'm your host, Jennifer Filzen, and today I have with me Dr. Jessica Daigle of Mom and Me, MD. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm thrilled that you're here. Okay, you're in Atlanta. You're doing amazing work with new moms and babies. Please,
Yeah.
please share with us the good work that you're doing and how you're making a mark on the world.
Well, I'm the founder and CEO of Mom and Me MD, which is a one-on-one concierge newborn and postpartum care service for moms in the home and virtually. And so I came up with this because in clinic, when we see new moms, especially with their babies, we're on a short window. We have 10 to 15 minutes to try to help a new mom cope with the fact that her whole life has changed. And so a lot of it ends up being about what happened in the hospital and the baby's weight and jaundice. But these moms are still struggling with the fact that they might be dealing with postpartum blues, anxiety, questions about caring for their baby. And it's just not enough time in a traditional clinic. So I was like, how can I provide the care that I desire and the time that the families deserve? And so this is what I came up with.
Good for you. Okay. So I have a confession. I don't have children. And I have a joke about that. I taught seventh grade and it was the best form of birth control ever. And I still don't have children after that. But joking
That is
aside,
the best normal breaking
yeah,
then.
yeah, there you go. Joking aside, I really know nothing about babies. So if I were to have a child right now, I'd be like, what do I do? And you're right. Like, what are some of the things that catches women and also too the families supporting them, their husbands and their family? What is some of the stuff that catches them off guard completely that you help with?
I do one of the main things that I do is called a postpartum planning workshop. And so I say that 5 areas of a mom and a family's life changes when a baby comes into the picture. One, them as a woman becoming a mom. So they're dealing with physical changes and emotional changes because actually having a baby is actually a lot of stuff happening physically, not just the natural changes, but also in the body and in the environment. The baby, him or herself, is also like, wait a minute, I've been swimming in fluid. Now I have to be in this air and,
Right?
and
What's
people have
this thing?
expectations.
What am I doing?
Yeah. Why do you want me to suck and eat to grow? I just had to lay there for the last 9 months on average. And then the home life is different because just because you have a baby doesn't mean that life stops. Like the house still needs to be taken care of, bills still need to pay, you still have laundry and food to
Yes.
cook and all the things, right? And then if you have other children, if you're not a new mom, you have other children, now you're trying to merge that in, like, and make sure those other kids still feel loved and attentive. And then the relationship with your partner, because they're also now adjusting to this change when you didn't have to worry about maybe just taking care of yourself and maybe just another adult. Now there's a little person that you have to be concerned about all their needs. And then whether you're returning to work, that's the fifth area. So a career. So for a lot of people, they're in careers or have other goals and dreams, and having a child can impact how you're moving in the world and some of your priorities. And so I like to help families think about these things ahead of time because then you can put things into place that you desire to make your transition in your fourth trimester and postpartum journey more successful.
Wow, you are doing some really great work. And then also too,
Okay.
are you helping them with learning how to breastfeed and do all of those little day-to-day stuff as well? Because
Yes, yes,
that's a
yes.
good thing for the baby and the mom, right? It's better health and it's
Yeah,
nurturing. And tell us a little bit
yes.
about, like, for example, if you had some techniques to share, what are some of the things
Okay.
that you teach your patients?
Well, one of the biggest things that I focus on with moms, one of the main things they have to know is that this is like a marathon, not a sprint.
Ah,
So, the thing with breastfeeding is you have to be more transparent too with the families that it is hard at first, but it gets easier as you go. And you see a lot of these pictures of these babies perfectly latched and the mom looking down at the baby all blissfully and it looks
right?
wonderful.
Hollywood
And
baby feeding.
yes,
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 exactly.
exactly, but that it takes time to get there, and so when a mom's experience does not look like that right away, they have a sense of failure as if it's something they are not doing, and it's just you need the right support and education and training that day to day, that first week or 2 is a very is where you kind of really need that hone in one-on-one to build that confidence in the mom. And so one of the biggest things is about being comfortable in your positions and being willing to be flexible. I think the biggest advice I can give to any new parent is flexibility will serve you. A lot of us sometimes we come like very severe about things, and like even with the postpartum plan, I say we're planning, but as with anything, you expect some of your plans not to work out, right? Like they say, planning is the quickest way to have something not go to plan. But the thing
Exactly.
is, it still gives you some measure of control because you're aware of what the needs are, and then you're better able to pivot. The same thing with breastfeeding. It's like, okay, I know that my baby's gonna want to eat a little bit more frequently. If I tell the parents, hey, your baby's gonna want to cluster feed, which is when the baby wants to eat more frequently, the first couple of days, like more around the clock, where the moms are like, I feel like I can't ever get the baby off my breast. Well, that's because they're trying to help you establish the milk supply. So if they know that ahead of time, like I'll have a family, I'll tell them that. And the next morning I come in, they'll be like, thank you so much, Dr. Daigle, for that heads up. Because when my baby started to do that, I already remember you told me to expect that and to know that it was normal. I'm not starving my baby. They're actually helping me to provide what they need. And so that gives the parents a sense of, oh, when they're more likely to panic because no mom wants to feel like they're starving their baby. I mean, come on, like the only
Right.
thing you have to do is eat and sleep as a baby. And if you feel like you can't provide those basic, if you feel
Right.
like you can't provide basic needs, then that, a lot of moms internalize this and you're already dealing with the risk of postpartum blues and anxiety and depression. So feeling like you're inadequate in any way it does not help you in any way, actually.
Amazing. Ugh, I'm so proud of you and the work that you're doing. Everyone, we've run out of time, but listen, if you want to find out more about Dr. Jessica Daigle and what she's doing with Mom and Me MD, please do check her out. You can go to Buzz TV at iwannabuzz.com to learn more. Thank you so very, very much, Jessica, for being with us. And everybody, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.